A newborn baby demands only three things: the warmth in the arms of his or her mother, the food from her breasts, and the security in presence of her. Breastfeeding fulfills or satisfies all three demands.
Hello everybody, welcome to Planet Ayurveda channel. Today we will be discussing about breastfeeding. World Breastfeeding Week is celebrated on the first week of August, that is from 1st August to 7th August. It assigns various themes every year for spreading awareness regarding breastfeeding. This year the theme is STEP UP for Breastfeeding, Educate and Support. So let us discuss more about breastfeeding, its benefits, what Ayurveda has to say about it, and various related health concerns.
So, as we are going to talk about breastfeeding in detail, first of all, I guess we should start with the myths. That what are the myths which are related to breastfeeding? The first and foremost myth related to breastfeeding is sagging of breasts. Young women, they are so much afraid to feed their child because they think that breastfeeding is the cause for sagging of breasts, but it is not like that. Your sagging of breast is generally due to the support which is not provided to the breasts.
Right. Another myth is that breastfeeding is very painful, but it is incorrect. In the initial days, it might feel a bit painful, but as the body adapts to the breastfeeding, the pain eventually fades away.
Obviously, the tenderness and soreness is basically, it will be there because it's a new process for the body, and body needs time to adapt to it. So the next part of the video is about the benefits of breastfeeding.
Right. See, breastfeeding is very beneficial for both the mother and the baby.
Yes, of course.
A baby gets its nourishment from the breast milk. It is very nourishing and strengthening for the baby's body. Plus, in the long run, it will help to protect the child from various diseases such as diabetes, obesity, and various types of infection also. It is very good for the immunity of the baby.
Yeah, specifically, she was talking about infections. The babies which are well fed, which have taken a very good feed from their mother, they are prevented from getting ear infections, which are very common in children. And one more thing, that sudden infant death syndrome is also prevented if you feed your child well. One more thing I would like to add, that breastfeeding is basically skin to skin contact. Like mother and child, they come in contact skin to skin, and that promotes a bonding between the mother and the child. In addition, breastfeeding is very much beneficial for mother as well, because breastfeeding initiates weight loss which is being gained during the pregnancy. Breastfeeding also helps in returning the uterus to its normal size and shape, and the balance of prolactin and oxytocin, which are the female hormones, is well maintained by breastfeeding. And obviously certain cancers like ovarian cancer and breast cancers, their prevalence is decreased if you feed your child well. And
also it helps in hormonal balance, and postpartum depression, which is very common, is also manageable through breastfeeding. It improves that condition also, plus postpartum excessive bleeding, if it is there.
Yes, it is prevented with breastfeeding. Both of the condition, postpartum depression and postpartum excessive bleeding, is prevented if you breastfeed your child well. So these are the certain benefits of breastfeeding. Now, if we are talking about breastfeeding, then I guess it is quite obvious that we should also discuss about the problems which are generally faced during breastfeeding, right?
Right. The major two type of problems a mother faces are either the overproduction of the breast milk or the scanty production.
Yes.
The overproduction can lead to engorgement of breasts, that is, there's a tenderness and there is a very uneasy feeling in the breast, and this can lead to infections also. So we can manage this condition by pumping out the milk. And the another condition is the scanty milk production,
Yes.
which can be managed by a home remedy also. We can use fenugreek seeds paste with warm water for
Yes, you can
few
ingest
days.
that fenugreek seed paste with warm water, or you can apply that over the breasts,
Breast
and
also.
that will serve the purpose because it will increase the milk production.
production,
And one more thing I would like to add in your points, that if a female is having excessive breast milk production, then obviously the pumping out it is important, because it will finally, if it is not done, then finally breast engorgement will happen.
Will happen, right?
But after pumping out the milk, it is really important that sudation of towel dipped in warm water should be given. It is really relaxing.
Right.
It relaxes the tenderness and the soreness present in the breasts. And one more point I would like to add is that many females, I guess, they suffer from cracked nipples, and that is due to the wrong positioning of the child when you feed your child. So it is really important that you should position your child well, and you should take care of your this breast nipples also. The reason is that cracked nipples, they are really prone for getting infections, especially the thrush infection or the fungal infection.
Right.
And obviously if you get the fungal infection, that will be painful and you will not be able to feed your child also.
See, incorrect posture or incorrect way of feeding can lead to different diseases, right?
Yes.
So we should definitely know what the right Snehepan Vidhi, what the right breastfeeding process is.
Yes. And one more thing, that if you are having cracked nipples, then yes, the problem is having a solution. You should moisturize your nipples on regular basis. That will definitely help. And to avoid all the problems faced during breastfeeding, our acharyas in Ayurveda have mentioned a Stanyapan Vidhi, right?
Right.
And that Stanyapan Vidhi states that a mother should feed her child when she is having enough milk in her breasts, and then she should wash herself or bathe herself, and after that, wearing clean clothes, she should take her child in her lap, and she should feed the child firstly with the right breast when she is facing towards the east.
Right. There is very beautiful description about mantra ucharan also,
Yes.
mentioned by Acharya Sushruta, where he mentions that while the mother is breastfeeding the child, she should enchant some devotional mantras. One such mantra is He Shubhange. So it is basically the mother is praying for proper flow of milk that will nourish her child's body and provide longevity to the child.
Yes, and even the mantra ucharan, we have heard about mantra therapy. That is why we are mentioning mantra ucharan here. It might seem something like out of the box, but it is not. Why? Because mantra ucharan, it is very much capable of passing the positive vibes from one person to another. That's why the mantra ucharan is, it's been told while breastfeeding, so that the good vibrations while breastfeeding, when the mother will have the good vibrations, and that will automatically be passed to the child.
Right.
And I guess we can also discuss the qualities or characteristics of pure breast milk now.
Right. So Acharya Charak very well explains the quality of pure stanya, that is breast milk, in a quote that says, Stanya sampattu prakriti varn gandh ras sparsh utpatre cha duhe manam udkam vyati bhutatvat tat pushtikaram arogyakaram cheti. This Sanskrit quote means that the breast milk, which is natural in its smell, taste and color and touch, will provide nourishment to the child, and one feature it has is that when it is mixed in water, it immediately gets mixed in the water. When this feature is seen in breast milk, it can be said that it will provide longevity and strength and nourishment to the baby's health.
Yes, it will definitely. It will. And one more thing, actually, we forget to mention that a mother should not feed when she is angry or she's in grief,
Right.
when she is feared, or when she had virud ahar. Virud ahar is basically toxic food combinations. At the last of this video, now we will be discussing the general home remedies for detoxification of breast milk, for enhancement of the production of breast milk. For that, we are having two ganas which are being mentioned in our samhitas, and one is Stanya Shodhak Gana, and the second one is Stanya Janan Gana. The Stanya Shodhak is basically the detoxifying, breast milk detoxifying group of herbs, and Stanya Janan is breast milk, basically the herbs which help in the breast milk production. So the Stanya Shodhak herbs are Patha Maha Aushad, Surdaru, Mustmurva Guduchi, Vatsak Fal Kiratikt, Katu Rohini, Sariva Iti Dashemani, Stanya Shodhanani Bhavanti. So these are the group of herbs which help in the detoxification of breast milk.
And the 10 herbs mentioned for the production of breast milk are Viran, Shali Shashtik, Ikshuvalika, Darb Kushkash, Gundret Kat, Trin Moolaniti, Dashemani, Stanya Janan Ani, Bhavanti. These 10 herbs are mentioned to improve the stanya production, that is the breast milk production.
And we are also going to share some home remedies with you which can easily be done at home. These home remedies, as aforementioned, one is the fenugreek paste, which can be ingested with the lukewarm water or with warm water, or whose paste can be applied over the breast to enhance the production of milk. And the second thing is the decoction of cumin, the decoction of fennel seeds.
Decoction of cinnamon can also be used to improve the health.
Even juice of drumsticks, it also helps in improving production of breast milk. So these are the home remedies, and all of these home remedies will definitely help you in enhancing the production of breast milk if there is a scanty production.
Okay, one more point. There are times when the mother should avoid breastfeeding her child.
Yes, I completely agree with you. There
Right.
are certain situations.
When she is in diseased state, either she is suffering from fever or any other illness.
Yes, that can basically what it can do. It can pass on the aggravated doshas to the baby also, to the child also. And she should not, a mother should not feed when she is in grief, when she is angry or sad. Even in this situation, the mother should avoid to give feed to her child.
Right.
So that's all about breastfeeding. And at the end of this video, I would like to quote some famous lines by Marnie Jackson. Breastfeeding is an unsentimental metaphor for how love works in a way. You don't decide how much and how deeply to love. You respond to the beloved and give with joy exactly as much as they want. Thanks for watching this video, and hope you liked the information. Do let us know in comments, and thank you.
अरे ये क्या बना रही हो?
आलू टिक्की चाट।
आलू टिक्की? और चिंटू कल पिज्जा खा रहा था। पिज्जा
तो क्या हुआ?
तुमने कल बाबूजी को समोसे भी दिए थे खाने को, और आज ये आलू की टिक्की। खूब तला हुआ खाओ, तला हुआ फैटी लिवर हो जाएगा, बीमारियां हो जाएंगी, पता भी है कुछ?
तो क्या हुआ?
तो क्या हुआ?
प्लैनेट आयुर्वेदा का यकृत प्लेहांतक, बस आधा चम्मच सुबह शाम।
ये तो कड़वा है।
तो क्या हुआ? यही देगा लिवर की समस्या से जीवन भर का आराम।
ओके ओके ओके। आज तिवारी के यहाँ पार्टी है, बुला रहा है।
आज फिर पार्टी?
तो क्या हुआ? यकृत प्लेहांतक तुरंत मंगवाइए और फैटी लिवर की प्रॉब्लम से छुटकारा पाइए। कॉल